What's up, guys, and welcome to a new episode of a new series I've created, which is OMD. So, Oh My Days. I'll be talking about all football related stuff, and today I'm going to be talking about the France versus, who did they play again? Oh yeah, Germany game. So yeah, let's get into it.
Hero, so don't act like it.
So, these sort of shows I'm going to split into three talking points, and the first talking point today is about Griezmann. Yes, the superstar. Basically, that was the difference between these two sides if you look at it as simple as that. Both of them have very good defences, both of them have very well and gifted midfields in terms of Pogba and Matuidi, and on this side you have Cruz and Ozil. In those sort of senses the teams are well balanced, but in terms of attack, that's where you saw the difference. Germany, a team that's got full of world-class players, but not a single superstar, you could say, in terms of attack. You saw that's where they got loose. Maybe this whole tournament, that's where they've struggled. When they brought in Mario Gomez, you saw that they had a better team in that sort of sense, but they're lacking that superstar. Well, France, they have Antoine Griezmann. The guy's got 6 goals and 2 assists already in the tournament. He's only 3 off Michael Platini. But I think he won't reach that because I don't think he'll get a hat-trick against Portugal in the final. But you can just show how much of a world-class player he is, and he's the difference between the two teams, and he was the difference between the 2 goals. You see one calm finish for the penalty and one, gifted finish because the way he had to get around that ball to slot it in behind Neuer, who had a mistake. But yeah, you can just see that Griezmann was probably the difference between the two teams, and he is a superstar that made the difference. Point number 2. The second point I want to discuss this game is probably the luck, you could say, in the case that France had, but the unluckiness of Germany. So really I want to talk about the unluckiness of Germany and how they've been stripped of probably their spine throughout the whole tournament. This game they didn't have Hummels, they didn't have, who else was missing? They didn't have Sami Khedira, mind me, and then they didn't have Mario Gomez. And that's the 3 players in their spine that probably would have made the difference. Obviously, firstly, you're looking at Hummels, probably one of the best centre-backs in the world, very composed, very calm. He would have made sure that, I'd say at least for the second goal, that there would have been a bit more discipline there. And obviously they lost Jerome Boateng during the game as well, so you can see how luck-wise they've been so unlucky this tournament. In terms of the middle, Sami Khedira has been running the game with Toni Kroos this whole campaign, and you can see Emre Can, who just came in, he was struggling a little bit, he just hasn't played a single game for Germany during this campaign, and in the first 10 minutes you saw he was struggling, even though they did get into the game quite well afterwards. And in terms of attack, you could see without anyone intact, Thomas Muller, who has scored 0 goals in, I think, his whole Euro campaigns, you can see that's why, they're not scoring, and they needed Mario Gomez, he's like Giroud for Germany, and it helps them quite a lot to find a central striker, to point the attacks at him, and then get off rebounds and everything like that. And you saw that the unluckiness that they had in their injuries cost them, and it just shows how well and the depth of their squad that they could even get to the semi-final by losing all of that stuff. So props to you, Germany, but sorry mate, your luck ran out. And yeah. So talking point number 3, I'm going to say the reason why France won this overall is home advantage. You've seen it before. 1998 World Cup, they won it at home. 2000 Euros, they won it at home. And now 2016, the Euros are back in France, and you can see they're in the final like a lot of us predicted. And you can see them against Portugal, who have not lost to in the last 8 games or so. They are not going to lose. I don't think so, unless Ronaldo has a worldie. But we'll leave that for another time. So you can see that home advantage and home fans has helped them really a lot in this tournament. The support has been amazing for them, especially in Marseille. You saw the amount of people that was in the Velodrome. They were just buzzing, and the atmosphere was amazing for the French people and for the French footballers. And you could see that helped them quite a lot. And Germany has a a nous against home advantage teams to beat them. I mean, you saw it in the World Cup where they beat Brazil 7-1. So they're used to knocking out home teams, to be honest with you. But the home fans were just amazing, and they've been amazing throughout all the tournaments that they've had at France, and that's why I see them going to win it again. And if I was them, I would have signed up for every World Cup, every Euros that's going, because the more they play at home, the more it looks like they're going to win. So that's it from me, guys. That was your 3 talking points in your Oh My Days Euro reaction for France versus Germany. If you liked it, please comment, like and subscribe. Make sure you share this video so we get lots of people watching it. And yeah, apart from that, guys, peace.
You're no hero, so don't act like it. And please don't treat me like I'm your sidekick, 'cause I